Hi guys, so after everyone seems to love the real-time videos, so the success of the video the other day, I'm going to try harder to do a few more real-time videos for you. But what this means is I'm going to cut off certain bits that are quite repetitive, so like the capping. I'm not always going to show my filing. I do have a filing technique video that you want to watch. I'm going to do another one in real time as well, so that I can just direct you to specific like techniques that I use rather than show them in every single video. So here we have one of my ladies. She is one of my regulars. She's coming in for her maintenance. She had quite a big cut down because she's going 4 weeks until I see her next. So I've just filed down to an extremely thin layer. So these are pretty much just overlays. I've done all my usual prep of the natural nail, done all my cuticle work, dehydrated, primed, and I'm ready to go with my acrylic. So I'm starting off on the pinky finger and I'm using CJP Amor. And I'm starting at the cuticle area and then tapping, patting, pulling down to create that full colour nail. Because Amor is a cover pink and a strength powder, I don't need to cap it. And then coming in on the next nail, starting at the cuticle area and then pulling down with Amor again. And then I'm coming in with this new glitter. I don't know the name of it yet because as I'm voicing over this, I've literally just put it on the page to be named. But do not comment names below because it will have been named by the time you watch this video. And if you look in the description box below, there will be the name and where to get it. And that's from the Glitter Fairy because it is one of the mix-up Mondays. So I've used a small bead of clear acrylic to pick it up, place it on the nail, and then just use the tip of the brush just to kind of nudge it around where I want it. And then coming in with CJP Apple Shine, which is back in stock. This has made me so happy. It's one of my favourite colours, and I had such a tiny bit left in my pot that I was scared to use it, but now I'm going to be using it all the time because I may have ordered just a couple of pots from CJP. So I'm starting at the smile line, blending up and then tapping and pulling down because I'm going to do an ombre with this now. And it is just the most beautiful colour. It's like a minty, greeny, bluey. Oh, it's so lovely. And then I'm coming in with Amor at the cuticle area, tapping across, and then I'm going to blend that down to create that ombre. And the annoying thing is my plan for my next set of nails is lilac because I always have green nails, but now Apple Shine's back in stock. I kind of want Apple Shine. I'm using my wet brush to pick up a bit of the glitter and just tap along the side. So I don't want to cover my ombre blend today. I just want to put like a little bit of glitter just on the side there. Because I only wanted a tiny bit of glitter, I use my wet brush rather than picking up a bead of acrylic, because when you pick up a bead of acrylic, you will pick up a fair bit of glitter too. And then on this now, I'm just going to do a plain ombre. So again, I'm going to start at the the smile line area, blend up, and then I'm going to tap and pull down. And then again, I'm going to start with Amor at the cuticle area and blend down. Now, all of these nails I will cap. I'll only show you one being capped, but then the rest I will cap. And I always cap my ombre because you've created this lovely, beautiful blend. You then cap it to protect it. Because if you then just file straight onto that, first of all, if it's like thick enough that you're filing, you're working a little too thick to get your ombre, but also you're going to file through that lovely blend you've created. So as I always do, I'm going to pick up a bead of crystal glass. I'm going to place just in front of the cuticle area. Let it self-level a minute, well not a minute, a couple of seconds. And then gently blend back towards the cuticle and then pat, tap and pull forward, encapsulating all of that glitter. And whenever you're working with glitter, remember, as long as it goes matte, and then you know that you've encapsulated it and it's all covered with acrylic. If you've got any shiny bits sticking through, you know you need to put a little bit more acrylic there, because otherwise when you file through, you're going to cut that glitter. And a lot of glitter has a silver base with a colour on top, and that's why you get like the silver lines and you cut through the colour. So making sure I'm happy that it's all encapsulated. And then I filed all of these into shape, dusted off, And now I'm going to use a Moyu Doodles plate and Moyu stamping polish in Cool Pool. I don't know why I said it like that, but a cool pool. And I'm just going to put this diagonally again, because my lady's going to go 4 weeks. I've made sure that everything by the cuticle area is a pink or a cover pink, so that it's going to fade out well. I'd never do a full glitter on someone who knows they've got to go 4 or 5 weeks between infill, because it's going to, the regrowth will look awful. And especially this lady, because this is one of my ladies who, when it's grown out a couple of weeks, she likes to rip off her acrylics and stick them down lower. We've had many words about this in the past. To the point where I actually stopped doing her nails once, because she'd done it so many times. She'd damaged her nails by ripping them off so badly. I was like, nope, I'm not giving you nails for 2 weeks. And in all fairness, she's been very good since then. So I double top coated the nail with the stamping on, and just 1 top coat on all the other nails. Again, you will find me skipping bits. I have got a long list of videos I'm going to do in a how-to and basics section, which will cover filing technique, how I top coat, things like that, all in real time. So I can always say, if you want to see that done, check out this video. It just means I can keep these videos a bit shorter lengthwise, but you've still got the real time, if that makes sense. So I'm coming in with my 3 beads of acrylic, small beads, taking the liquid out the back of the bead and then placing on the nail, and then as they start to go matte, coming in at a 45-degree angle, so the tip of my brush is touching the nail to create these lovely little petals. And Liz Gill did something very similar to this recently. Liz and I are both obsessed with apple shine, so I think you're going to see a lot of sets of nails from the pair of us in the next few weeks that will look quite similar, because we both love apple shine so much. And then, like I always do, just adding a few little petals and leaves here and there, just so it's not just a flower plonked on the nail, it flows a bit with the nail. And whenever I do the leaves, I make sure I just pull the acrylic into the kind of leafy shape before it starts setting too much. Now, the leaves were setting a lot quicker than the petals, so I did have to be quite forceful with my brush, because as you can see, that other leaf is like, no, I'm almost set now. So I then have to kind of be quite strong with my brush to manipulate the acrylic. So if that ever happens and you're like, oh, it's all setting a bit too fast, just work with 1 or 2 beads rather than chucking on 3. Don't forget to pop your little bead in the middle of the flower. That just finishes it off, I think. So then you still have like the central point of the flower and everything flowing out from it. Sorry, camera was focusing on my hand because I was having to bend it in an odd position. And I'm happy with all that. Always keep your work area nice and tidy, so I clear away all my acrylic, put my brush away, put my monomer away, before I then get out my opal Swarovski crystal wheel from the Glitter Fairy. And I'm going to use the green and white ones, just to add a few little Swarovskis here and there. And I use a tiny, tiny little dab of glue and then my wax crayon. Just pick up and pop on. And now make sure that you give the glue and the acrylic a chance to set. So make sure whenever you do anything like this, give that 1 or 2 minutes just to set before you add your cuticle oil after. I'm just adding cuticle oil on once everything's set. And there you go, guys. So these are my nice hooray for the return of Apple Shine set of nails. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Any comments, questions, requests, any more constructive feedback, always welcome. Just pop it all below. So thanks for tuning in, and hope you tune in again soon. Bye!